This is Hampton Dortch, the host of Wake Up and Lead, a daily podcast where ambitious young professionals learn to lead themselves. So today is family. I'm still learning this with you. I'm new into this. I'm doing a daily podcast where I get to 200 episodes at least, and I follow this framework. And today is Monday, which means that I'm focusing on family. And you might be single, you might be married, you might have kids, you might not have kids. Regardless, I think that this will help you with your family and in other areas of your life. The challenge of the day is don't forget the vision. Don't forget the bigger picture. Don't forget the why, because if you do, then it's easy to get burned out. It's easy to not follow through. It's easy to not be faithful. Here's an example. I just became a dad. And in the middle of the night when my daughter is crying, if I'm short-term greedy, I'm like, okay, well, maybe my wife can take care of her. I can sleep more and I'll have a better day tomorrow. But if I'm long-term greedy, I think about how in probably 6 months from now when she is sleeping through the night, I'm like, you know what? I think I might kind of miss those moments where I can hold her in the night, or a couple of years from now when I, probably can't even really hold her anymore when she's, 8, 9, 10 years old. I think I might actually want to go back to when she was younger, when she did need me more, when she's influenced by her friends in middle school, instead of listening to me and her mom. I'm like, man, I wish I had more control and I could hold her right now. And so I think part of thinking about the vision is thinking about the long-term goal that you have. And like for me, I want to be a husband that my wife feels loves her and supports her and cares for her and puts her above myself. I want to be a father where my daughter and future kids come to me for advice, where they trust me, where they love me. And I think that obviously right now, Mary Collins, my daughter, is not going to remember me holding her in the middle of the night. But what it's doing is it's building the habit of putting her and putting my family's need above my own. And so I've got to remind myself that every day. I wake up, I say this a lot, I wake up wired to think about self. Every single day, I wake up wired to think about self and not think about other people. I wake up wired to think about what can my family do for me instead of what can I do for them. And the vision, of my family is I want to be a family that loves God, that serves God, and that loves each other and that loves others. And one of the best ways to serve God, to love each other and to love others is by me as the man of the house, to model that first, to be a servant leader, to put Erica and Mary Collins above myself. So again, if you forget the vision and you just see it as, oh, I've got to do the dishes, or, oh, I've got to run this errand, or, oh, I've got to take care of the kid, then of course you're not going to want to do it and you're going to have a bad attitude. But if you play the long game and you think long-term and you say, over the years, learning to serve, learning to be others focused in my family, what that did is it developed this level of intimacy and trust in my family. And I led by example. And so whether it is your family, whether you're single, whether you have a kid, or this is something you do with your friends or something you do at work, don't forget the vision. And if you don't have a vision, write one down and then reverse engineer what are the daily kind of boring things that you don't want to do, but will contribute to that future vision coming to life. And I don't think that you will regret it. I'll see you tomorrow. Time for you and me to wake up and lead.